Well, howdy there. How's it going? And welcome back. Um, okay. Not gonna lie. The fishing thing was just a bit. I was fishing the last time I had like logged off, and I caught some. But yeah, no, I was just messing around. Um, I don't know if I showed it on camera. You can get fishing rod, fishing bait from Haldor, so you can just kind of buy those there. I did quite a bit of work uh, in terms of prep. Um, I honestly don't know. I think I put these in here. I don't know where I'm gonna put the fish though. We just got no organization whatsoever, which is okay. You know, we'll get there. Um, Also, since we last left off, the Rock family of Dennis and Denise have been blessed with two little stonelings, um, which we will now use to help us build our base. So thank you for that hard work. Um, yeah. So this area over here, I've started to prep, and I don't know. I may have been a bit too ambitious about it, because I flattened quite a bit of area. I gathered together quite a few resources, and I laid out a bit of a floor plan. Um, I, I just kind of thought, let's just put some beams down, right? Let's put some beams down. We'll map out something, and then we'll try to make a building out of it. You know, you got a little front entrance here. You got a little hallway. You got two rooms. I was gonna have this be the cooking area, so you can fit a nice hearth with a cauldron, a mead kettle, a cooking station, everything like that. You can fit that over here. You can look out over there toward the forest, and you can make it have some storage over here. Maybe some you know, what do we call those, fermenters? Yeah, stuff like that. So we can get all that done in this area, right? I was thinking this would be the main storage and crafting area, with this thing being, I don't know if I want to make it a little tower, or actually I might even just make it like a kind of little attached hut, you know? And this can be a little like cozy sleeping quarters with a window out to the bay there. I think would be pretty cool. So that's the general idea. I like definitely don't have enough materials to finish it. At least I'm pretty sure I don't. But I did bring a lot of stuff. Just spent some time kind of mapping that out. We'll have it lean down right over here to the bridge, and then right over here. And we'll, as we kind of figure out what we're going for, we'll, adjust accordingly. We'll probably move some of these around somewhere. Those just got moved over there for the time being. We finished smelting the rest of the, not the copper, the iron. And it's heavy. So, what I want to do is make some stuff with the iron. One thing I do know that I'm going to want is a longship. So you see we unlock quite a few new things with the nails. Oops, it's the carve. And a longship is well, it's long. It's pretty big. So yeah. We're gonna need 100 iron nails for that. So we're gonna need 10 pieces of iron. Used up for that. And we're gonna make sure just to keep those on hand. And another thing we're going to want with the iron is going to be a cooking station and one of the food preparation tables, which are new. Just put those there. Let's see. This will take. Okay, so we'll need a forge. Okay. There's too much junk. It's everywhere. It's out of control. So I want to keep the forge and stuff over here, and I just want to make another one. So food prep table. 5 iron, 20 fine wood, right? Easy enough. And the 15 leather scraps, I guess. That's quite a bit of leather scraps. And we'll take the 5, right? Iron? Sure. You know what we could actually do, right? Hold up. What does it take to make this? No, not this. This. 10 bronze nails, 20 wood. Why look at that? We just happen to have 10 bronze nails right there. Oh, it's 20 wood. You didn't see that. So I wonder if we can get that cart up over the stairs. I can start adding all my necessary crafting ingredients here. Our resources. We'll want a forge, so 4. Okay. So we'll need, what is it, 6 copper. 10 wood. 4 stone. 4 coal, which there's probably, yeah, there's some coal in here. And that's enough for a forge. Okay. I do want to make an obliterator, but I don't know where I want to put that quite yet. That's made using the Thunderstone, which is another Haldor thing. And you kind of want to put it off to the side somewhere, you know, where it's not around a lot of your structures, because, you know, it damages things near it. Oh, it looks like Dennis died. Oh, that's too bad. What else do we need? I know we want to bring a fermenter over there. We can wait on that a little bit. We will need the mead kettle. We'll need a cooking station, so we can get, how much is the mead kettle? So it's 462. I know where these things are. So it's what? 4, 6, 2. Right, yep. And then there is the cooking station, which we'll need 3 of this. And wherever I put, oh, there's 2 chains. 2 chains. I know there's more. I put chains in one of these things. Oh, back alive. Very cool. There we go. So we'll just take another one. We might end up putting 2 cooking stations around there, but I usually don't need to cook that much meat, so I don't foresee it being a huge issue. We'll need 10 tin for a cauldron as well. So we'll take that. We have the mead kettle, we have the cauldron, we have that. I'm not going to worry right now about the improvements. We have the food prep table. Anything else really specific for the moment? I think that's all right. Let's sleep just so it's a little brighter. Hopefully not have it just rain. I don't really know exactly how much I'm getting into with this. I don't really foresee myself needing to add. Well, it is pretty dark. I don't foresee myself needing to add a top level or a top floor, but we're just gonna kind of vibe it out as we're building it. I'm gonna take this, and we are going to carry our cart over the bridge. That's fine. That'll buff out. And wow, never before has there been such convenience. Okay. You know what we're also gonna need is a stone cutter. Which I just realized we haven't made yet. So 2 iron, 4 stone, 10 wood. Let's grab that all up. Didn't I have torches in here? Did they go out? They sure did. Let's brighten the place up a little bit. It's too dark. We might honestly steal the there's one back here, isn't there? Sure is. We might honestly steal the circlet. Just for ourselves. Oh yeah, look at that. That's way better. Okay, well we don't need this. We need the 4 stone. So 2 iron, 10. Yeah. Yeah. Just get all our stuff together. I want to make it in here real quick because we can make something at it. We can make the sharpening stone, which we might as well make a couple of because, you know, no reason not to. Okay. And with that, some wood. We can make a little forge improvement here. We can put it... odd place, but okay. We've unlocked some iron materials, it seems. I guess I haven't upgraded the forge all that much. Yeah, it's only is it really only a level 2? We've only done... Well, shoot. We could have done been there. We can ditch some of the stone. That's the only thing we need the stone cutter to craft. Just use it as a building station. But yeah, we've got quite a lot available to us, including a battle axe. It's a little two-hander. Huntsman bow I usually don't go for because I feel like just upgrading the fine wood is usually good enough. Because I don't need to use it that often, and then when you do need to use it, it's against the drakes in the mountains, which fire arrows do plenty of damage against. I have seen the use case of the huntsman bow for clearing out the fueling camps in the plains. One thing about the huntsman bow that's different than a lot of the other bows is that the range at which enemies can hear the arrows landing, or the shots, right, is lower. So if you shoot an enemy, right, with another bow, it'll aggro like several enemies in the area. The range of that is lower with the huntsman bow, so it's a lot better for stealthing it out and picking out picking the goblins out one by one. We might make an iron brooch. Honestly, I haven't seen it be useful. I think the pendant is going to be better just because of its stamina regen, and that is a little more important. Um, it's just, you know, you need a bear trophy. And we all know how that went. So I'm not gonna go seeking it. If it happens, great. But I'm not gonna go searching it out. We might as well just build the next forge at a higher level over here. Okay. I don't really know where everything's gonna be going. Just put you there. And I'll add the stuff for that in there. Okay. I guess we'll just start placing stone and see how far we can get with it. This is the first time we're going to be able to build with stone. It's our heavy build. Do I want it to sit up this much? Maybe I do want it to sit up this much. Okay, so hold on. Let me get an idea for how this is. Yeah, but if we do this, right? Yeah, we'd have to build it lower. Okay, so what we're going to do that makes more sense though. You know what? Let's just go with it, and we'll see how this goes. Let's do that. You know what? We can actually just pop the ground up slightly. I only need to do that. Yeah. There, it's fine. And we're just gonna pepper this thing with the stone foundations. Okay, grab that. Which means these beams, you know, will be all right for laying out the foundation, but we're gonna need to put more of them down. Oh, shoot, maybe we just move them. You know? Not quite sure how far we can get with this. Okay, well that was 3 stacks. Got us all that. How many are the stairs? 8. Okay. Probably not horrible. I don't really think I'm going to be building a lot of the building itself out of stone. I just want the foundations to be stone. I don't have an extreme need for more stone. Get that bit built out of stone, though. We have a visitor. Welcome. Do that. Can do that up there. We'll need more stone. So yeah, it's hard to tell. Sometimes when I start stuff, how long it's going to take to actually finish it. I just kind of start doing something and work it out later. That's why I have a lot of playtime in this game, is I'll just start placing things. And then I'll keep placing things. But, to those of you who do play, you know, what kind of style buildings do you make? You know, like, do you go for some of the bigger, grander things? Do you base in the meadows? What biomes do you like building in? Because you do get a good bit of variability with that. I know most people make a meadows base and then a plains base later down the line. Just so they can like be farming flax and barley. But you know, I've made swamp bases, black forest bases. Ooh. Make sure I remember what I was doing. I think the one place I haven't based in, or I haven't really built much of anything in, is the mountains. I have done a little bit in the Mistlands and Ashlands. Not a lot. But the mountains is something I haven't really done. And I'd like to. I think the idea of a mountain base is cool. It's just that, you know, you can't do a lot of farming there. And it seems like you're just kind of bringing a bunch of stuff up there from everywhere else. There aren't a lot of, you know, crafting stations and other things that are made using silver. So, I don't know. I've just never ended up building there. Oh, he saw me. Okay. And I guess we'll just move the beams up. I think I got an extra beam from somewhere. And I don't remember where. Editing me will know, but you know, actually, I think I do know. There was a closet here. That beam was there. Okay. Yeah, we are definitely going to need a lot more stone. But oh yeah, this area over here I figured could just kind of be like a little, I don't know, lounging kind of room. I wasn't really sure. I was also thinking of putting in a basement, but I don't know that I really need that. The best way to this is something you're going to want to think about when you're starting to place your, if you do a sort of a floor plan like this when you build, think about if you want a basement before you place your beams, because when you dig down, you'll notice that there will be these flat edges, right? And those, you know, they align with the cardinal directions, you know, north, south, east, west. So, like, if you had started placing your beams, like, you know, you'd started building your house and you were building it like this, and you try to dig down a basement, you'd have all these, you know, jagged edges, and it would be really not neat. But you can dig this down below like that, as long as you've got it situated aligning with those directions. So that's something to think about if you're going to want to put a basement in. Just something to think about. And I've done basements sometimes. I don't always find them the most interesting. Not that they're not interesting, but just that I end up not using them a lot of the time, or just putting almost nothing down there. I think if you want to have some extra storage, that's a great way to use it. Or, you know, just some items that you don't really regularly use. Oh, we buried all these, didn't we? Hold up. You know, I don't really need to be that way about it, right? But I am for right now. Just because we gotta keep all the materials we can. So we'll map this out. We'll leave that opening as well for that. Why is that way, huh? Why is it? I have one over here. Hold up. Oh, I have 3 wood. I used a single beam, I think, because of that, where that one ended up. So we do something like that. Yeah. This tower also, I'm gonna point it out because I think it's funny, and it will probably annoy some people. This edge does not line up exactly right. Even when I, you know, repair everything up, it doesn't meet up. And I just thought you all should know that. Because builds don't need to be perfect. I think trying to make builds perfect, or trying to make things perfect in general, can often be the thing that stops you from trying to make them. I think seeing a lot of what other people put online, or just, you know, in general, how well certain people can do some things, some people can find that it's really stifling for their creativity, because they see that and think, oh, well mine's not as good as that, and then they stop, or they don't even start working on projects, and I think that's a shame. I think more people should just kind of try stuff, you know? If you think you're not that great at building, just I don't know, start building. Just start doing something. Play stuff down. Dislike it. Change it, you know? Just pick it back up and keep tinkering with it until it's something you do like. Because it's really what you want at the end of the day. Yeah, you can spend a lot of time splitting hairs. If you're the kind of perfectionist type, which with some things I can kind of get that way, and I just won't stop fiddling with it. But it's a good thing to make imperfect things, because nothing is perfect. So you should, you know, make stuff. I think the process of making things like this is really enjoyable. In some ways, I can kind of turn my mind off. Alright, now here's the trick. This is where it's gonna get funky. First of all, Let's take these. Did I have that, like, sectioned off? I guess I might have. And we might place stone under that in time, just so it doesn't look all goofy. Usually, or in my previous runs, my plains base, my second base, has been my main base. I don't know if I'll really do that. I think it's a lot easier to live in the meadows. Well, it's a little easier. And it is just a nice, peaceful, cozy biome, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do with this. Just have a nice time. So maybe we'll just stick around in here. We'll definitely build some stuff in the other biomes, but I think the main stuff should be here. Let's see. This is where I don't quite know how it's gonna look. We're definitely gonna have some overlapping. It's gonna take this. This is gonna take a little more stone. Some of the rest of the stuff. We somehow do have enough stone for this. I will be surprised. Because that would mean that I guessed correctly. And I'm usually really bad at estimating this. That. Oh, hammer broke. We're gonna have the some of this clipping be as neat as we can maybe get it, and we'll just kind of kind of have a little well in the middle, I guess. Or no, we can do this. Just kind of guess at it, and hey, that doesn't look too bad. That's pretty good. This will be the kind of odd part, I think. Because I do want to fill this in. Oh, it would kind of have to be that. Hold up. We had it. No. I'll go back to auto. We had the snapping point just a second ago. Well, if we do this... Oh, come on. Oh, we had it. There. Do we want to mess with any of these? It looks a little too rough. Honestly, I'm gonna spend more stone just so that it doesn't look as rough. Because I think that's the right thing to do. I think that is just the right thing to do. Because these build pieces, the walls, you know, we could fit them nice and neat in here, but it's the, look at the texture difference, you know? I feel like we've got to do it nice and quality. Like here I go going on this little tangent about, you know, not being a perfectionist, and I'm splitting hairs over the the way that it looks. That's pretty good, I think. That's a little awkward there, but this edge is gonna be here no matter what, so we may as well make our peace with it. Just get rid of all this. We did not put that where we wanted. Yeah. I guess that'll probably be a closet of some sort. Either for this room. Yeah, you know what? It'll be a closet for this room. Because we can line a bed or something up kind of around here. And just have it be kind of cozy. Alright, let's pick all these up. Move them up so it looks all nice and professional-like. Take them all. Boom. Very cool, very cool. I think actually with the stone that we put across the way there, we're not gonna be too far off. Might even have what we're looking for here. Yeah, all depends. That's wild. Actually, there's stone over here. We did fine. We did a great job at estimating that. I didn't count anything. I'm not crazy. Well, not for that anyway. Oh. Let's see if we can stay in our stonecutter range there. Very cool, very cool. I suppose I could have laid the foundations like this off camera, because it didn't really change anything, you know? It's just, and now there's stone here. But I don't know, we haven't built with stone yet in the series, so why not? Okay. It will 100% rain also before we are able to roof like any of this, so we will need to repair some things. Oh, my bad. Not back. Oops. It always like snaps to something else right before I'm clicking. Okay, look at that. Wow. Very cool, very impressive. So, I guess that needs a roof. We can run back down to our cart here. There are a couple things that I can place right off the bat. Doesn't it only take What does it take? Oh, it takes the stone cutter. Do we want to do that? Do we want to do this? Or do we want to put 2? Let's just do that for now. It's gonna be annoying for we don't need to put 2 of them in here, surely, right? So we'll put 1 in the back. Trying to think about how well these are covered. Oh, are you coming to visit? Oh yeah, hey, welcome around. So this back here, we've got the sort of living room area. Oh yeah, over here. Yeah, over here, this is gonna be the crafting area. So there's gonna be crafting. We're gonna have a bedroom in this nice circular area. Look at that view out there. You know, like that's a great view to have. And yeah, make yourself at home. You know, envision it. Over here, come on, keep up. We're gonna have the cooking area. I think that's gonna be real nice. And we've got a good thing going together here. We've got a real nice thing. Let's stop. Sure, we'll put that there for now. Is this gonna be close enough to the hearth to get the... Ooh, you know? Maybe we put it there, because then it will be close enough if we've got a bed. Hold up. Yeah, that certainly does cover the rest of this room. Okay. Yeah, we might add a couple of these. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Although I do suppose it is time. I'm gonna add in some of my workstations. I wish the twig or the little training dummy there would like just fight stuff. Like it would just start smacking things that cross its path. That'd be pretty funny. I think it's a good idea. Whoa, trees growing. So, we're gonna have some of our cooking stations and whatnot in here. We're gonna need the chains, we're gonna need all the iron, the fine wood, this. The tin, the copper. Now we're carrying a little too much. But surely we can make it up the stairs. Can we cross over this beam? We sure can't. So we'll shuffle our way over here. We'll make a... Sure, we'll make a little food prep table here. We can now walk freely. We don't have a forge built. We need that for the forge. Let me just toss some of that there. We'll take some of the wood and the coal. We'll take this. We'll make the forge in here. For now, just so we can place these. We will need the mead kettle, or the, you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. Mead kettle. And I think we can fit this rack along the back here. I wonder, I wonder if that sticks out. Does that stick out? Probably does. Whatever. So that's cool. It's pretty epic. What else were we gonna make? What do we have the regular wood for, I guess? Yeah, we'll just say screw it. That's fine. We'll just start grabbing this. No, this is another thing about some of this building, is that some people have the wood have the walls this way, and some people have the wood that way. And I think it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna have the little cross beams on the outside, because oftentimes the outside of a building doesn't get decorated too much, and it would be nice. Do we want to have like a... Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just talking to myself. Anyway, so we have a little buffer here, and we can have a little overhang, so that you can stay out of the rain. Kind of sit up there, and we can maybe put something up here, maybe some of those pots once we get to the ashlands. It's a ways away. Hey, buddy, what's your deal? What's my operation here? Oh, Denise is horrified at my behavior, but Dennis, he thinks it's cool. I dream of ghosts. Day 60. It's been 60 days already. Yeah, I guess we'll just start building. We can start putting up walls. I think we probably want a nice window to go here somewhere. Do we want it to be that big of a window though? I don't need it to be that big of a window. Let's make these full walls. So let's do that. And we can have, do we want the 45 for the big window? Or do we want the 26 for the slider window? I think we'll do the 26. We might do the 45 by the bedroom. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, a little bit of beamage here and there to make it look a little less random. Kind of look out there a little bit. You can see the bridge. Oh, that's cool. And carry this wall along. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to have a set of doors here, right? We can add some stairs going off of those doors at a later time. Yeah. We'll have another one of those. One of these windows here. Yeah, we'll do the thing this time. The thing we do with our windows. I forget where I learned this trick. I don't want to, you know, be taking ideas from anybody, but I swear I saw someone do this and just started doing it. I don't remember who it would have been. So, if you know, or if you've seen something like that, let me know. Because I would be interested. I would be interested to learn such things. Alright, and this is going to be a little closet. Because, I don't know, it feels immersive to have a little closet. And for no other reason. Okay. It's getting there. It's starting to feel a little bit housey. We can have a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. We can have some small windows in that little hallway section there. Or a small window right here, I guess. Because that room's a little bit bigger. Let's do that. Can do that. That and that. That. And honestly, you can kind of still get away with doing this. It's just a little bit different. It's got a little bit more shape to it. And we can also, to make them nice, put these little cross beams up there. You know, make it nice. Oop, that's not where we want that. Put that there. We'll want these two, right? Wait, oh. Yeah, we need to off-center it. You know, get a little meter going there, get that put there. Whoops, these doors. So we can have these. Will be lined up with the hallway and those front doors. So we'll have that. Yeah, excuse me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy. We'll put stairs there later. This room should have. You know what? The window will go there. It's like this room needs a window somewhere. I think it should be there. We'll do our same thing that we've been doing. I do want it to feel a little more enclosed, a little more cozy, so we'll do our same little trick here with these. Cool. I think we'll just leave this back wall plain. Okay. We should start thinking about how we would like roofing to go. Because once we start building our walls up, I don't really know what the plan on the roof would be. I was thinking we could, you know, we could have some where we would use these walls, right, to meet up. That's probably not a terrible idea right there, is it? Is that a bad idea? No, because this piece kind of juts out a little bit, so we can get away with it. Oh. We can do anything we want. So we can get away with doing this, because this piece kind of juts out a little bit from this. Although we don't want it to be just so simple, do we? This is one of the things with Valheim roofs, is that you have this and that meets up nicely, but a lot of roofs have little overhangs. And one way that you can fix that is by building out by 1 meter in each direction. That is, it seems small to be a meter, but I guess it is. And then you can layer some beams around the outside. You know, we'll connect it back up here and there. Oops, that's not where we want to be. Actually, I think we're gonna have the roof higher up there. So what you get with this, right, is you can get it to where I want these. You're gonna have to do some additional work filling in those spaces, right? But you still have that overhang that you would want. And this is where it gets a little tricky, right? This is where the you might have to change some things around, figure out what you're doing here. Because I think, so if we make an extra meter on either side, right? That's going to be 2 meters, which all these tiles are 2 meters. These roof tiles. I just need a place. I need to make a place for me to stand. That's what I need to do. Let me just build some ladders. Hold up. Some scaffolding. Oh. No, we wanted this one. Boom. Yeah, look. That's all lined up. Oh. Oh, but that's not connected to anything. It probably should be. Yeah, that's where it gets tricky. What would be a good way? Actually, you know what I think I'm gonna do is just literally just this. Let's try to line it up. See that edge and that other edge? You see it, you know, it moves through it, right? There's also the end of that. pretty good earlier. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I guess that kind of helped part of it. We might leave that little gap at the top open. I can't talk. And we'll make the same little. Just add a little one of these to here. We're adding beams. We're adding beams. Just add these little corners. Add this thing. Oh yeah, we might not even. I don't know. Yeah, we'll use the same. We'll use the same setup. And this roofing like this is really tedious. But the end result, right, is that it looks nicer. At least I think so. Alright, that little spot at the top is okay to have. It'll help some smoke ventilate anyway. And look at that. You have a nice little overhang. And we can pull this roof back here a little bit. Boom, boom. Get that top part. Boom. Get this part. Boom, boom. And hey, that's pretty good. And now we can carry that all the way around here. We can get one of these. Oh, that's the 26-degree one. We want this, the inner corner. Yeah. That's pretty good. And we can just bring these walls up. I'm pretty sure a half wall makes up for it. Yeah. You just bring these walls up a little bit, and that will cover the. We'll just cover what we're missing here in terms of wall. So that meets everything up there. Means we don't have any weird gaps there. We can, of course, since these roofs are poking out, you want to make sure we put beams on them, because everything needs beams, right? Don't let them tell you they don't. It looks like we don't really need that. Can take those off. And that's looking pretty good, right? Look at that. Nice little overhang. I feel like this is going to be a couple episodes. I don't actually know how long I've been recording. I think what I'm going to do is end this one here, because my gut is telling me it's been about the right amount of time. That's the thing. I'd like to get a little bit more consistent as well with the video length. And let me know also if you prefer the longer or shorter videos. This is a big project. This is going to take a little bit. We may take some breaks from it. um, to do some other things. Because, you know, there is bone mass over here, and more to do with the swamp. I know we're going to want to find the bog witch to make the most of a lot of the cooking and the potions and everything, so we'll definitely do a little bit of that. But yeah, I think this is really nice to start out with, and maybe I should actually just add walls and windows around the rest of this before I start tinkering too much with the roof here. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned a thing or two. If you have any suggestions for what you might like to see, you know, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.